Today I'm going to show you how to make cornmeal at home using popcorn kernels. So in a bowl I have about a cup of popcorn kernels, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour these into my food processor. And if you don't have a food processor, you could use like a coffee grinder. And now what I'm going to do is just put the top on, and we're going to go ahead and grind these up. It will be pretty loud, and it's going to take a while since they are pretty hard. But eventually they are going to start to break down. Okay, then halfway through you'll have some whole kernels still in there, and you'll have some that are mashed up, some that are crunched up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the top, and then I have a strainer here, and I'm going to take my popcorn and I'm just going to sift out that. Come in here with clean hands and just push it around. And this is a nice cornmeal. All right. And now I'm just going to put this back into the food processor and keep going. Top view angle, looking down inside of the food processor. The yield is for about 1 cup of kernels, you'll get about 1 1/4 cups of cornmeal. All right, so you just keep doing that until they are all ground down, and you're left with a nice cornmeal that you can use. Pretty awesome. And now for a basic cornbread recipe. I have a couple different videos that you can check out here on my channel, but I have my salt, my baking powder, my all-purpose flour, my cornmeal that we just milled, and that's about 1 1/4 cups of cornmeal along with everything. Again, check out those other videos for the recipe, or check out my website. And then I'm going to come in here and whisk these together. Fantastic. And then in this large bowl, I have 1 egg, 1/4 cup of sugar. If you like it really sweet, then you'll add more sugar. Preheat the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 205 Celsius. 1 cup of milk. I am using whole milk, but you can use 2%, 1%, even almond milk. Awesome. And we'll add in this dry mixture a little bit at a time here. Okay. And there we go, basic cornbread batter using that homemade cornmeal. Awesome. We'll come on over to a 8x8 greased pan, and we'll put this in there. Smooth out the top. And then into the oven it goes, middle rack position, for 20 to 25 minutes until when you poke it with a toothpick, the toothpick comes out clean. And then when it comes out of the oven, it'll look something like this. I'd let it go for a few minutes. Too long probably, but that's okay. It's a little bit more brown on the top than I normally would like, but that's not going to affect it really at all. And then I'm just going to come in here and cut it. Again, this is just kind of a bonus to this video. The main point of this video is how to make the cornmeal, not necessarily how to make this cornbread. But I did want to show you something made with that homemade cornmeal. And then take the cornbread out. There you go. Look at that. Pretty awesome with homemade cornmeal. And that is how you make homemade cornmeal out of popcorn kernels. Take care. Time for me to dive into this homemade cornbread with homemade cornmeal. Oh yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.